Hello, we are going to introduce you to a few of the many different sizes of recorders, called in French flûte-à-bec, and demonstrate how to play a very short nursery rhyme tune. We'll begin with the alto recorder. The reason for the masking tape is to cover all of the left-hand holes, which must remain closed for this tune. It's easier that way for beginning students because if even the tiniest air leaks through any of these holes, the notes we are using won't speak properly. We'll gradually peel back and remove pieces of the tape as we learn to play the higher notes on the instrument. So let's give it a try. Now, a word on what's going inside your body when you play that. First of all, you inhale from the base of your lungs, from what is called the diaphragm. And when you exhale through your mouth, your tongue is saying to, or do, to articulate the individual tones. This can be tricky to coordinate with your fingers, and it takes a little bit of practice. You have to work at it. Let's try it again. Two. Now, this is a soprano recorder, a higher pitched instrument, actually about the same as a piccolo flute, but otherwise fingered similarly to the alto. We'll get into the differences in reading notation later, but for now, let's just try to play it. Remember, two. Oops. There we go. Now, the soprano recorder is probably the most familiar, often presented in the States as a children's or pre-band instrument. It is not. The recorder is an original woodwind instrument with a vast repertoire of printed music written just for it, coming to us out of Renaissance Europe, dating back 500 years. The recorder was a very popular instrument for friends and family to play together as a group, probably as popular as those apps on your cell phones today. Now, it is common for recorder players to carry around several different sizes of recorders. This is because musical compositions might feature different numbers and various combinations of instruments. So this is the tenor recorder. Pitched exactly one octave below the soprano, it is exactly the same way of playing, same fingering. It has a lower voice and sounds like this. Remember, two. Tenor recorder. And there are other sizes of recorders as well. We don't have a bass recorder here today to demonstrate, but for information, the bass is pitched one octave below the alto and is written in the bass clef. Other than that, all the recorders are played essentially the same way. Now, isn't that cool? So we learned how to play one tune plus a little musical history and about 4 pitch ranges of recorders. Do you remember them? From the highest pitch to the lowest, they were soprano. Next, alto. And below that, tenor. And bass recorder, which we don't have today. Oh, here's a bit of historical trivia. Henry VIII, who was King of England during the Renaissance, was also a music composer, and quite the recorder player as well. It is said His Majesty had over 70 recorders of various sizes in his personal collection of musical instruments. And he never played a wrong note. He was king, after all. We'll place a link in the description to a performance of a couple of King Henry's pieces written for multiple recorders. After listening a bit, you can begin to appreciate playing your own royal recorders. Thank you for watching.